Alright, we're going to go over the install of a JLT big air system on a ZL1 Camaro. We've already removed the stock air box, which is very simple. You've got a clamp at the throttle body. You've got two 10mm bolts that hold the air box on. You got to unplug your mass air meter. To do so, on the bottom side, you're going to pull this little gray tab, squeeze, and pull it off, and then remove the assembly. First thing we're going to do is we're going to install the heat shield. We're going to tuck this corner in. Down behind there's an AC line right here. It sits in the frame rail. Put this down. You've got a washer fluid line. You're going to pull that around the back side of the heat shield. Set it down on the frame rail. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the coupler, go ahead and put that on the tube, go ahead and set your clamps on there, just leave them loose. Remove your stock mass air sensor from the stock air box. You're going to install that into the JLT. You've got an inlet side with a hole, and there's also an arrow on the sensor. It will only go one way. The arrow is going to point towards the throttle body. Use the supplied screws to attach that to the tube. Supplied in the kit is a section of 1/2-inch push lock hose. It's an oil rated hose. You don't need clamps. It's really, really stiff. You're going to go ahead, put a little bit of oil on this fitting, and install that on the tube now. Also on your factory assembly is an oil separator. Comes from the factory from Chevrolet. It's held on with what they call a crimp clamp. You're going to take a pair of side cutters, cut that off, pull that out of the stock air box. It's a rubber tube that it's connected to. It feels like it's in there really tight. You're going to pull that out of there. Again, put oil on that and put that in the hose on the JLT. It's easier to just do this now than it is when it's in the car. Got it. All right, take your tube, get it started in the hole, rotate it down, set it on the throttle body. Go ahead and just snug that up on the throttle body a little bit. We're going to leave the other one loose so we can make some adjustments. Go ahead and plug in the PCV connection and your mass air. Now we're going to install the filter. The filter has a screen on the inside that straightens out the air as it goes across the MAF, and it also has a positive stop, so we want the tube to be all the way in the filter up to this stop. Now the tube also has a lip on the end that's going to help it from sliding off. So you're going to go ahead, it's a little tight, you're going to go ahead and get one side started. Pop it on the tube. Double check all your connections. Put the tune in the car, and you're done.